Greetings, YouTube. So it was only this morning, really technically at the very first second of the afternoon, because at the U.S. Central Time is when the new offers come out in the game. I was sitting at my computer, ready, eagerly awaiting the chance to review the offer to let you know if you should buy it or not. And I was so caught up in trying to determine the monetary value of this when it comes to your $40, your $20, or Lord help you if you're in Canada and it's like $1,000, that I kind of didn't see, and this is just something that I should have seen, that the title of this is the legendary Bloodletting Bundle. You can see in the artwork we have Blade and we have Archangel, two of the best bleed champions in the game. But when you actually tap the screen, you can see that there are two mistakes that were made in the description of this offer. The first is that they have given us a 5-star champion with no actual warning that these people do not exist and are not in this crystal, of people like Joe Fixit. And I know I'm forgetting at least one more. Is it War Machine? I think there might be a 5-star War Machine. Anyhow, I know there's at least another 5-star champion in this that is not available as a 5-star, because they're only available as a 4-star. And Kabam did not point out in this that they are only as a 4-star. They mismarketed it. Shocker. But the other thing that's really, really, really weird about this is that they included champions that don't actually cause bleed. Now, I will say this. I don't care as much about that one because Quake is one of my top 10 favorite champs. And just because she doesn't cause you to bleed doesn't mean I wouldn't want to pull her from a crystal. But regardless, really terrible work by the Kabam marketing interns. Probably should be a new round of firings after today. But obviously, it still came down to whether or not you were going to get the RNG on your side. And I've got messages from people saying they got 5-star blades from this. Amazing. Best $40 you've ever spent. But of course, I've also seen people say, I got a 4-star Joe Fixit, and I am just as sad as I have ever been in throwing my $40 down the drain. Well, that happens. But it just so happens that somebody was bold enough to actually make a claim on the forums about this. Because we have Crossbones, Nebula, and Quake, who are not bleed-causing champions. And as you can imagine, Kabam was quick to apologize and give everybody a refund. Just kidding. No, they said, I brought this to the rest of the team and will let you know as soon as I have more info. Okay, so first of all, that tells me that they were not prepared. Like, you shouldn't need to talk to the rest of the team to know that Quake doesn't cause bleed, to know that Nebula doesn't cause bleed, or Crossbones. And I will say this, all three of those champions are solid. I don't think that that complaint really is what matters here. What matters here is that Kabam made a mistake. And just as I am a content creator that sometimes really screws up when I put out videos myself, I try to apologize, own up to it, and then move on. Because I know as a YouTuber, even though I make very little in life, if I don't own up to my mistakes, why should you subscribe to me? Why should you follow me? Why should you trust me? I am not willing to own up to the things that I do wrong, and therefore my credibility and my lack of trust is really in danger of getting your support. So if I am in danger of that as somebody who's on YouTube, Kabam should really be worried about endangering their opportunity for not owning up to their mistakes. And so we go down, and I think we're going to go to page 2. Let's see. Kabam Mike was, there we go. Sorry, I know this is going to be a little hard to watch as far as the rolling down of the pages. Hey everyone, I can confirm that the crystal does contain all of the champions listed in the description and the in-game mail. Well, no kidding. This does mean that there are a few champions in there who don't cause bleed, and we apologize for any confusion that may have caused. Okay, So that's not really an apology, right? It's not saying, hey, we screwed up. Those champs shouldn't have been in there, or we shouldn't have caused it. It's just like, you know what? If you were confused about it, whatever. It's on you. As for the questions about Joe Fix and War Machine, they are not available as 5-star, so I was right. War Machine is not available as 5-star. Okay, good. Since they are currently not available as 5-star champions within the game, though they are still available as 3- and 4-star champions from the Ultimate Crystal and as 4 stars from the Legendary Crystal. Okay, that's the part of this video that should kind of tick you off, because there are a few people who actually are willing to wail out big time if they are under the impression that there is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to pull a champ, even if that champ sucks. Look at how many people have wailed out for Gold Pool, even though Gold Pool, as far as I can tell, is not a champion that's going to be a game changer in any aspect of the game. People are still continuing to throw money at him because he's not going to come around again, supposedly, after this. So there are some people, according to the live stream that I just conducted, that commented, whether it be in their alliance or themselves personally, that they went for this crystal thinking, hey, if I get a 5-star Joe Fixit or a 5-star War Machine, this is going to be really cool because I have a champion that almost no one will get. And so what normally would be a miss actually might be a hit when it comes to my $40. So let's say that you feel cheated and you are mad at Kabam for tricking you or duping you into going for a crystal that didn't have all the information, and now you're stuck. This is what I would do if I was you. I would copy this link, which will be in the description box below this video, and I would also take screenshots. This screenshot, in fact, you can do Shift-Command-4 if you are on an Apple. I'm sure there's a very easy way if you are not and you're on a PC to screenshot this very post. In fact, I'm going to scroll down a little more so you get the entire thing in view for yourself. Copy the link, take a screenshot, submit both to Apple or I guess Google Play, right? And say that you were tricked. They admitted that they had to apologize for the confusion and you want your money back. Because unless you got a God tier champ or at least somebody that you're excited to play with, I think it's worth submitting both the link and the screenshot to the appropriate authorities depending on which carrier you are in, whether it be a Apple or Android. Point being, Kabam, this was an easy fix. You know, you just apologize, you own up to it. Maybe you do what you did with the last 6-star crystal where you're like, you know what, if you're not happy with it, we'll give you another crystal. That might inconvenience you because Lord forbid somebody get a better champion when you made a mistake, but it goes a long way toward the trust in you. And at a time where there's so much shady allegations going on in Alliance War, this is the last thing you needed from a public relations standpoint. All you had to do was apologize, say, whoever put this out screwed up. We want to make this right with you. We really care about you as a summoner, not deflect and forget. And yet, this is why we are here. And I apologize if this is coming across, again, as Mr. Negative, but I call it like I see it. And in this case, this is a very easy fix, but the company refused to own up to it, and therefore they have angered a player base that was already pretty angry to begin with on a day where they're trying to get money from you for the first real offer we've had in 3 days. So very bad way for them to end their Saturday. Let's hope that there's some more discussion from this, and if you are unhappy with your opening in any way, I would copy the link, I would take the screenshot, and I would send that complaint directly to wherever you bought the crystal, and hopefully you will get a refund. If that happens, that's the best thing I've done today is help you out and get your money back in the game. Thanks for watching, YouTube.